Hey dads and coaches, welcome to Whiteboard Wednesdays. I'm Coach Mack with Authority Football, and today we're going to talk about mobilizing the quarterback and how to set your proper path while throwing on the run using what we call sprint mechanics. We're not going to talk about the mechanics of the arm during that. We're going to talk about the mechanics of the feet, the path of the setup of your bootlegs and your sprint outs or your rollouts or whatever those may be. So I want to talk about how important that is so that the arm mechanics actually work and you can be effective. So I've got another diagram here with a whole lot of stuff on it. Let's look at the black images first, which are the offensive concept here. So we've got kind of a flood concept with the deeper route with the corner. We've got this intermediate route right here, and we've got a backside drag or crosser coming here. And so we've got, as you can see, different angles that the ball is going to travel, different angles that we need to get our running path on as quarterbacks to make that throw. So that's what we're setting up for. And I want to show you the most common mistake we see with how quarterbacks set up that path, set up the arc of their sprint. And it's this orange line right here. So take a look at the orange line. What most often happens is we get quarterbacks who take too shallow of a path. Okay, so the deepest point of their apex, the highest point or deepest point of their curve is too shallow, right? And so when you do that, your momentum continues to drive you out. Okay, and so that belly button of your body is facing out. And ultimately, when we make these throws, we want our belly button literally in alignment, the middle of our body in alignment with the throw that we're about to make, or everything gets compromised. And so as you can see, if a quarterback was running here, that direction, trying to throw that ball out there, it would be very difficult. He would lack power and he certainly would lack accuracy. And you've seen many times that throw where we throw it here and the ball continues to drift and fade out there because of the lateral velocity of the quarterback. If he's running this direction, 12 or 13 miles an hour and throws the ball that direction, however fast he's going to throw it, there is still 13 or 14 miles an hour of lateral velocity on the ball. That's going to make that thing drift over there. So we've got to get downhill on all of our targets. So this is common. And what it does is it really helps the defense and the defensive pass rush to keep their contained and continue to drive you outside. And so this pursuit, as we stay shallow, he's going to work over the top and continue to flatten us to the sideline, and we can't make any of our deeper throws. You can make those shorter throws sometimes, but now they're forcing and dictating you what you want to do in your offense. What we want to do instead is this blue arc right here, okay, which is a nice deep arc with a deep apex. If you're wondering, I teach our quarterbacks a 9x9 apex, essentially 9 yards outside of the center and 9 yards deep is where we work on that. And that depth is what allows them to come downhill. Now, regardless of the routes, we want to come downhill and set the path, right? Getting that belly button on the target, set the path to your tightest route. Okay, so if my tightest route is this backside drag, I want to set up to be able to throw that backside drag. Obviously, check out our orange guy again. There is no way you're going to throw that backside drag over here successfully at all. The odds are totally against you. It's just bad football to make that. So you can't make the throws. If we're working out here, I can't throw anything inside of my body, and so you've eliminated your options as an offense. So when we come downhill, we set up right here. We can make that throw at this intersection point of our backside drag. That enables us to hit any other route. Rather than running wide and excluding the inside routes, we now run tight and include all of the outside routes. So we hit this tight angle, and when we come around off of the apex of the curve, we now have choices based on our reads, and we can widen that and start breaking off the wider path at any time right about at this depth. And we have the depth to do that and make those decisions, whereas when we're shallow and flat, we can't do that. So I can easily break off that angle and now start attacking here, or break off that angle and start attacking here. And I'm making those decisions all back here on the apex while I'm starting to see how my reads are going to develop, and then I just run down. I call it chasing the route. Chase the route, chase the receiver with those feet, and you're able to make that throw. Real simple. And the final benefit is we're actually setting up the pass rush to be ineffective, where if we can get him coming deep, if we can get the end coming deep at this angle, we actually gain the edge and put him into a trail where he's trailing, and of course it makes it very easy for whoever's blocking him to get the outside leverage and win the edge. We don't ever want him to win the edge on us. So by pulling him deep and winning the edge, now he's in a chase and we don't have to worry about him flattening us. And it's really that simple, but there's a discipline here. And building in that 9x9 apex, we'll put it right here, that we want to run around, I'll put a cone out there, whatever, is going to help build in that muscle memory. The secret to set it all up, by the way, get vertical out from under center. Get vertical, get depth before you get width, and that'll help set up that. If you get width first, you'll always be too shallow and too flat. Hope that's helpful and gives you some really clear visuals about how to set up your run when you are throwing on the run with your sprint or your boots. Thanks a lot. Talk to you next week. Hey, this is Coach Mac. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to our channel.